Hi, everyone. My name is Melissa Megginson, and I am the marketing manager here at Tailwind. Today, we're going to be talking about what to pin in August. And I am joined by Alisa Meredith. And Alisa, if you'd like to just sort of say what you do around here.
What I do around here, sure. I am the content marketing. Yeah, I cat GIFs. I don't know. No, I do. I'm the content marketing manager at Tailwind. So a lot of blogging and a lot of fun stuff on Pinterest.
Yeah, and that's one of the great things about our job is that we do get to do a lot of fun stuff on Pinterest and Instagram, but obviously today we're going to be talking about Pinterest.
That's right.
And I'm going to put our boards up here just to sort of show you guys how it works. So we have this pin here that says what to pin in July, and all of the pins below there are from July. And as we move up through the month, these are the pins that got the most repins last August from our members. So this is the beginning of the month down here, and as we move up, we get closer and closer to September. And once you see the what to pin in August pin, that means that you've made it through the entire thing. You've done it. You've succeeded.
And you're ready for September. Just don't rush my summer, Melissa. That's all I ask.
I know. I've already started school, which is madness to me. So I know it's coming for everyone.
Yeah.
And on our blog posts over on the Tailwind blog, there are all 11 categories. Today, we're just going to be going over a few of them. Don't want to waste too much of your time today on your lunch hour. So we're just going to be going over 6 categories today. So
we found the ones that were the most interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you don't see your category listed, it's not that we don't love you. It's just that we found some of the other ones a little bit more interesting this month, but you can still go check them out. Read through all of the pins. There's always something to be found, to be recognized on the boards. So please feel free to pop over there and check it out. All right. So now that we understand how it all works, I think we're ready to get started.
All right. Where do you want to start, Melissa?
Let's start with food and drink.
Oh, that's kind of my favorite.
So what did you notice this month?
I noticed an awful lot of Mexican food.
Really?
Yeah. So some fajitas, a lot of like one pot slow cooker kind of things, which I think that's probably a pretty perennial favorite, right? Because it's just nobody has time, just throw it in and go. What did you see?
Yeah, the how-to, the styles of cooking, so like slow cooker, marinades, that styling of cooking is always really popular, as well as the diets, which I think is really important. If you have a recipe, you got to put in all the different diets that it meets or that it could meet. So, if you're going paleo, but you have, you're using regular flour, just say in the recipe, you can switch it out for some almond flour. And that instantly makes it compatible with all sorts of different diets, which is a great keyword on Pinterest.
Yeah, not only that, but we have those options to search by different diets.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can get yourself included in those results, that would be awesome. Yeah, I noticed that Halloween and even a little Christmas is popping up.
This one's
Yep. Some pumpkin already, which
that was one of the things that I wrote down. There's so much pumpkin.
Yeah.
People just raring to go there.
I guess I'm ready for it.
I know. This very Christmassy looking pin along with the Christmas tree down here. The food's getting a little heavier. It's getting a little bit more, you'll be able to hide the excess food weight a little bit easier with the coming months and the fashions.
That's true. I noticed too that Pinterest came out with some trends for this time of year, and what they're noticing, jackfruit is huge. I don't see it a lot on this board because it's something that happened this year. So searches for jackfruit are up 420% year over year. Have you ever had it?
No, I haven't.
It's really good. I love it.
Like the vegan substitutes for like pulled pork using jackfruit.
Yes, that was the one they used for an example. Yeah, but I like it just to eat it. I think it's really good. I think it's either you either love it or hate it, but I haven't tried it as a meat substitute. That's kind of a fun idea.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I've always heard it used. Another thing that I noticed was with the Christmas and more seasonal things that are coming up, we're still months off from Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
But people are starting to look. People are planning ahead. And so one of the things that I thought of was maybe you're not just creating this pin to stand out in a feed of entire food and Christmas boards, but you're also wanting to stand out within someone's individual board. I'm not sure how you would go about that exactly, but that's one of the things to think about is you could be up in competition for those clicks later on down the road if you're on someone's Christmas board.
Right. And I think, well, that one uses kind of the classic recipe format with picture, caption, picture, which is a nice way to take up more room.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Some other things that I saw that were trending right now are squash, which goes along with our pumpkin observation. And cinnamon buns, which was a search I should not have done. But it goes along with what you said, the more comfort food, heavier food. We've given up on bathing suit season already.
Yep.
We're giving in.
We're done with.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but what was that?
Bring on the carbs.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So one trend that really kind of grossed me out a little bit, but epic snacks from vending machine food.
Ooh.
I know, and I dared to click on it. Those searches are up 99% year over year. And the first one that I saw was pizza with those really spicy Cheetos on it. Why would you ruin a perfectly good pizza with spicy Cheetos? But you know what? And I feel like that maybe is a back to school thing, right? So college kids, they are preparing for the freshman 15. How can we make our junk food even worse?
Yeah, or, college kids are broke, so that makes make it more interesting when you're eating.
That's right. And who wants to go grocery shopping? You can go down the hall to your vending machine.
I remember those days.
You?
They were not fun.
Yeah. Yeah, but lunch kebabs are really big too, and that kind of follows along with the bento box trend that's been going on, which I think those are adorable, but I don't know how anyone has time to do that. But
yeah,
again,
the bento boxes, and another one that I see a lot is poke bowls.
Oh, what's that?
Huh? We can look it up. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's supposed to be a healthier rice bowl. So it's a protein, veggie packed bowl, and they're so popular right now.
That looks like tuna, maybe?
Yeah, lots of tuna and poke bowls, actually.
And salmon, okay.
And so, this is just the Melissa's view on the world, but this is what I'm seeing a lot of recently.
Awesome.
They look really pretty, so I think that could be part of it.
It's poke bowl. Oh, Morgan says it's pronounced poke bowl. That kind of makes sense. Like a sushi bowl. Thank you, Morgan. And welcome, Patty. And I saw that your fan club was on here earlier. I don't know if they're still
Yes,
there.
Patty's one of my friends in real life. She even got me this cup. So
how nice.
I can see her talking on the comments.
Fun.
Nice.
All right, so now that we're all ready for lunch.
Right. Okay, is there anything else? So I'll pop over to our food and drink board. Is there anything else that you noticed this month?
No, other than I just got a big craving for Mexican. All those yummy things. And that Christmas cookie pie, oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's deep dish version of cookie pie.
Yeah, it doesn't get much better than that. But
beautiful photos. Always use beautiful photos.
Those overnight oats look scrumptious with that photo.
Right. When I make them, they don't look that good. But...
Right. But that you would pin because it's pretty.
Yeah. And I pretend like it's healthy. It's oats.
Right. 40 grams of sugar.
Moving on. Next, we're going to cover hair and beauty.
Oh, fun. Okay, I'll let you go first on this one.
Braids. Braids are always so popular. They're everywhere. And the wavy hair. No one has just stick straight hair on Pinterest, it seems.
Right.
Wavy braided hair, just everywhere.
So I remember that from last month and the month before. Is that just every month?
It really seems to be. If we just take a quick scroll, you can see
every month.
Waves and braids.
Yeah.
And you can get waves from braids. So
wow, I didn't even think of that.
It's a perennial trend, I think.
Okay, I saw a lot of nails too, some nail art. There was one in particular that really caught my eye. It's like soda can design.
Oh, that one caught my eye too.
Yeah. Well, it's not just soda. Oh, Cheetos are back. It's going to just be a Cheetos month, apparently. Yeah. Kind of wild. So according to Pinterest anyway, something that's really big right now is food tattoos. So the one I saw was like a donut with a big bite out of it. Super cute. Not sure.
So it would be like having Oreo on your arm?
Yeah.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, I like I said, the one I saw was a donut with a bite taken out of it. It was kind of pretty. I'm just, I'm not sure if I want that on my body for the rest of my life, but but apparently a lot of people are enjoying seeing that. Whether they're doing it or not is another question. Don't know.
Right. Huh. So I feel like those tattoo trends. Tattoos could be a really interesting one to look at too. But they come and go. Like cats were really big. Teeny little cat tattoos were really big a few years ago, which I would still get one now. But they were just so big.
I see something like, to me, something like tattoos should not have a trend because, well, you're permanent. Okay.
Painful and they're permanent. And when you try to remove them, they're even more painful.
And expensive. My goodness, yeah.
Another thing that I noticed in this board was the DIYs. There's so many.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of just how you can make stuff at home or save money, like with these dupes over here. I know just scrolling through Facebook and Twitter, the dupes are huge.
Right. Yeah, and I always like those myself.
Oh, yeah.
There was, so one of the things that's trending right now is natural hair, which, I think overall you maybe think African-American hair, but the other part of that was natural hair products. So more like what you're seeing here is still trending right now. So how to make conditioners, natural hair products. Like the no poo trend from a few years ago, no shampoo. Yes. Yeah, I tried that. I need the suds. Yeah. Yeah, we both have pretty thick hair, so stuff really gets caught in there. Yeah. So, and another thing was like a pre-poo thing. Like how to treat your hair before you shampoo it. So, all this, a lot of castor oil, almond oil, coconut oil. Yeah, so same thing is happening again this year. And that makes sense. I mean, people, if they find something that works and that's inexpensive, you're going to want to share it, and that's never going to go out of style, really. Right, and it kind of makes sense because of the time of year. You've been out in the sun, maybe you've highlighted your hair, and it's all fried. You've been in the ocean a little too much. Or like this lady, she probably, that's a lot of color. She may need some of that oil. Yeah, I think she does. Yeah. Your hair looks lovely there, but it's hard on your hair. I would think so. Very interesting. Yeah. Yeah, this is one of those boards that doesn't have as much of a seasonal change, which is really interesting. Right. Well, we kind of are in between. It's definitely still summer, but thinking about fall. Yeah. Which we'll see in one of the boards coming up. It gets kind of slaps you in the face once you look at it. Yeah. Yeah. So that's all I saw about that, except somewhere I was looking had a whole lot of stuff about acne treatments. Yeah. I can't remember where that was. I would have thought it was here. On the health board. Oh, health board. Okay. So that kind of ties in with this, though. Yeah, and I thought, well, that makes sense too. You know, summer skin, and you have some skin damage, and your face is breaking out because you're in the sun. Yeah, a lot. That really stuck out to me.
Yeah, I noticed that on this one as well. This, I guess we'll talk about health and fitness here.
I guess we will a little bit.
It's mostly things like this, the infographic style of how to work out. But I noticed a lot more snacks and health-related things. So like this, how to get rid of pimples, snacks for weight loss, anti-bloat foods, iron-rich. Like, there's just fewer exercise ones, and maybe that's because we're starting to wear more clothes and it's
Or even though we're still wearing our bathing suits, but we have let go of the dream.
Almost over.
Yep, we know it's not going to happen.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting to keep an eye on going forward if it continues like that, or if people go, I guess I need to start exercising again.
Yeah, about January 1st.
Yeah, we'll probably see a change.
Yeah.
We did last year, at least.
I'm sure.
Okay, so now to take a big 180.
Oh.
And...
fashion.
Women's fashion.
Yeah, this one I found to kind of be all over the place. I mean...
Yeah, I did too.
There's a little bit more fall going on. But I don't know, what else did you see?
It's almost half and half, these street style type images, and then these more flat lay individual item type images. And I was playing with, let me see, which ones was I playing with? I was playing with some of the images, comparing the two on sort of how they compare with Pinterest Lens. So on this one,
fun.
Oops. Didn't mean to open that up. On this one, each individual item is unique. So when I click on the lens, if I wanted to just find, dang it. We'll try this again.
Okay.
If I am having a hard time here.
Your mouse seems like it has a mind of its own.
It really does. I just wanted to find these chacos. That's all I wanted. I can find these exact ones.
That works really well.
Yeah, right there. They're just all there, and I can find exactly that. But if I come over to this image next to it, and I want to find her shoes, I'm going to have a much harder time finding those exact shoes because it's not a product image. But people are more visually attracted to the full, the person wearing the clothes, I think, personally, than they are necessarily just individual product photos. These are more interesting, but if it was just a pair of chacos, that wouldn't have been pinned.
Right, you're so right about that. And you know, I know Pinterest says that lifestyle images result in a lot more sales than the product images, but I tell people to do both.
Yeah.
And what might be really smart to do is put both on the same image.
Oh, that is a good idea.
Yeah.
So you could have this outfit with someone wearing it, which would add length to it as well.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was a great illustration. I'm so surprised at how well it worked on those shoes.
Oh, I know. So if you want to find some chacos, that's a great way to do it.
When you're bored, find that pin. Yeah.
Yeah, it's especially great for, I know a lot of fashion bloggers use the Amazon affiliate links and things like that to make money from their blogging efforts. And that's a great way to do it. Just make sure that you have your incredibly cute outfit and you wearing it out on the street along with the individual product photos so people can find it.
Yeah, good idea. And I see that there's a capsule closet there. And that is just a continuation right now. There's a continuation of that kind of trend for the capsule outfit. The let's see, what did they call it? They called it the outfits for the week. That is a big search right now. So kind of that easy plan ahead kind of thing.
the minimalist wardrobe. I know this has been a trend for a little while, and I don't really see it going anywhere. We all need space in our closet.
Well, that's true. That's true. I don't want to think about it. Okay, so there's a trend right now that I think I saw one pin on this board already in their, what do they call them? Paper bag pants.
Oh, yeah. Like this style?
Yes, which I don't, not super flattering, but people are searching for them. The searches for those are up 682%. Yeah, that. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. It takes a very specific body to pull that off.
Yes, it does. But apparently people are at least pinning them. Don't really know if they're buying them, but yeah. So that's a big one. And then as far as color trends right now, that millennial pink is really big. Mm-hmm. Which is like a rosy, like a light rosy, almost like that.
Like that, but a little lighter.
Yeah. I had to look it up because I had never heard of it.
I'm a millennial. We're just born with it.
Yeah, naturally. Yes, I understand. Yeah. Now, there were a couple things on this board that I thought, is anyone really wearing that? Like that
this
thing there? It looks like a shirt.
I mean, she looks great. But if I came into the office wearing this, I think everyone would just sort of have a lot of questions.
Yes. Have you forgotten your pants, Melissa?
Yeah. We need to talk about appropriate work attire.
Yes, yeah, right. Yeah, and the one at the top with the jumpsuit, because pantsuits are pretty big right now, but oh my goodness. I must be just getting old, but
that's... Yeah, you have to be very careful with sitting.
No. Oh, it makes me want to pull my shirt down. But yeah. But there are some sensible things on there too. Some really cute wearable outfits that I could totally see wearing.
The other three in this little row here, those are super classic. And I feel like those classic pieces are going to stand the test of time. Yeah. I wonder if we can see when any of these were published. I know we've had some that were from 2010 that were still...
Really?
This one's just from last year. Okay. Yeah, it's a classic piece. Then 2016, people are going to continue to pin them because they look great.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and I also noticed a lot of Starbucks cups. I think we're only going to continue to see that as fall comes along. That's the accessory that you have to have with your sweater and boots combo.
I did not notice that. Good catch.
There's a few of them. It's really funny. And I am totally guilty of having to have my Starbucks cup during fall, and just that's how I know it's fall.
Yeah. I like to use mine even when I'm at home. I admit it. I admit it.
You're everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any other closing thoughts?
No, I'm just a little puzzled by the paper bag pants, but you can wear them more. Oh, wait, one more thing. One thing right now. Adidas sneakers. I don't know why, but they are. No. I saw a lot of mauve, which frankly I saw a lot of mauve all over the place. But yeah, just the regular Adidas sneakers with the 3 stripes and in all different colors, but a lot of the mauve was coming up.
Well, that's a pretty classic shoe.
Yeah, it's good for back to school, right?
Yeah. I'd wear them.
Me too.
They're sensible.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we've decorated our bodies, let's talk about decorating our homes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So what'd you pick up?
I picked out so much farmhouse. The farmhouse is still going strong.
Yeah.
The shiplap style back here with the wooden elements, just a little bit homey, but also somehow industrial at the same time. I love the look. I think it's really pretty.
I do too.
And thanks, and of course, if we scroll up here, it's all thanks to Joanna Gaines, Fixer Upper.
Oh man, okay. Yeah.
I wonder if they are the Fixer Upper is the big show, and it has been for a while. But seemingly it goes through stages, because I know when I was younger, it was Trading Spaces that was the big show. So as these new shows take over, do the trends change with them?
Oh, seems like they would. Because they are keeping up with the trends. Maybe they're setting them to some extent. We still have a lot of neutrals going on there.
So many neutrals.
Which is nice to look at.
Organizing.
Yeah, organizing, simplicity, feng shui. I hope I'm saying that right. Something that's happening right now is like temporary decor, so removable wallpaper.
Okay.
Tiles that you can just interlock together and then pick up when you move.
Right.
Those sorts of things the searches for that are up 344% year over year, which is cool. I always think it's interesting when Pinterest shares with us search trends because they are very quiet about how many searches happen for a certain term. So whenever they are actually telling us like these searches are up, I always really pay attention because they only give us a little taste of what's going on. But that was huge. Removable decor.
And I wonder if that's related. I've read articles that more people are renting than buying. I wonder if that's a related thing.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'm sure it is. And then I already told you this, that it made me want a Himalayan pink salt lamp. Searches for those are up 148%. Yeah.
God, I feel like those are so popular. I've seen them a lot.
Yeah, they're supposed to be really good for you. It's supposed to be like spending a day at the beach, which I try to do every week anyway.
Yeah, us too here in Oklahoma.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah, I don't mean to rub it in, but you could get a Himalayan pink salt lamp.
True.
It's almost the same thing.
Have someone spray me with water every once in a while.
Yeah. Put sand in your food. Yeah, it'd be just like being there. I liked too that the drop zone is a big trend right now. So like have a drop zone. So instead of having a mud room, you would make like the inside wall of your garage. You might put some benches there and some cubby holes there. Yeah. Again, it's just a way to keep the clutter out of the house, which is always a nice idea.
So potentially with this pin, Hobby Lobby could just change the title on it and say, revamp your drop zone with a bench.
Yes. Yeah, that would be really smart. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. String lights neon is big right now. Yeah. So not the tacky, like, beer sign neons, but I saw a pretty example. It was just a simple heart. It was just a neon light you put on your wall. I thought that was really pretty. Searches for that are up. So if you happen to be in the neon business.
You may know the answer to this one since you've been keeping up with Pinterest trends. So as we're approaching autumn, do you know what's more popular, the Heige or I cannot pronounce that?
I don't have any idea what either one of those are. Do you?
I know Heige is the, I don't know if I'm saying it right. It's the comfortable, I think it's Swiss. It's a Swiss word for basically like being comfy. So it's big hearths with roaring fires, cup of hot chocolate, big sweater wrapped up in a nice sweater. Morgan saying Heige was really big last year. So maybe I'm going to copy and paste what this is.
LAGOM?
We'll see. Concept of balance and moderation. Okay. So that's almost the opposite, it feels like, of Heige. It's more simplistic, it sounds like. I don't know. That's one thing that, Danish. Heige is Danish. This one is, it looks like Swedish.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Scandinavian practices, I guess. And apparently Pinterest hasn't picked up on it yet.
Well, we did see a lot of feng shui from last year.
We did.
And the minimalists and organizing.
That's true. I'm almost surprised that there isn't any Heige because it, as Morgan pointed out, it was really big last year.
House and Beautiful says Legome is so 2017. Well, there you go. We're still in 2017,
All
so
right.
I guess let's go with that. Yeah. Sorry, I guess that's not quite on my radar, but
I'm just happy when my house is clean. I really envy people who can dig into these amazing trends with their home.
Yeah, me too.
I need a Huggy consultant.
Oh, apparently it said like Hugga?
Hugga. Huggy? Hugga. Okay.
We are learning so much today, you guys. Thank you.
We are just butchering everything.
Notice we haven't really tried to say the difficult names of our friends who are popping up. Yeah.
Hugga. Okay.
Hugga. Okay. Hugga.
We're learning.
My Danish is not so good.
Mine isn't either.
Okay.
No, so maybe next year we'll be seeing lots of Legome.
No one's corrected us on that one yet. Feel free to.
Maybe we're saying it perfectly.
Oh, sure.
That one.
Sure we are. But I think getting close, she says. Okay, thank you, Heidi. Heidi Nielsen, yes. Yeah, but I think that Pinterest just really does love that clean, minimal look. So
yes, I agree.
That has been happening for an awful long time. So I think that's not going to go anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Magnolia Homes, the paint. If you can latch on to whoever the big HGTV star is, apparently that's a great way to go.
Cool.
All right. So moving on. Next up, we're going to talk about education, which I know is a very, very popular topic within our members. We have a ton of teachers, lots of TPTers that use us, and we love being able to help those people out. Yeah.
Now, I know June and July are pretty slow for the teachers pay teachers sellers, but now we're picking back up, of course, because it is time for back to school. Oh. Yay. But what did you see here? 'Cause I had a little trouble with this one.
I did as well. There were a few back to school ideas.
I love that one, by the way. Mm-hmm. The photo booth.
And that's just something super simple that I also think that teachers, of course, they're planners. So they may not be thinking about back to school now. They could have been thinking about back to school in July or in even May before school ended. And so it may not be a trend. It would have been a trend that I expected now, but it may not be a trend that's actually happening.
Yeah, it's a little late, really.
Yeah, it is. Which, makes perfect sense when you think about in the context of Pinterest, it would be late.
Yeah. Yeah. So I saw one thing, and it's funny, I had already seen this on Facebook, and then I've seen it on Pinterest, and I saw it pop up as a trend, according to Facebook. That's story starters. So basically the one I saw is you take like an Altoids box and you fill it with little magnetic letters or words, and the kids can create a story.
I think we have
some words. Is there one there?
There's opinion rating. I thought there was. There may not be, but we've definitely seen those in the past as well.
Yeah, that might have been in the parenting.
Maybe there's so much overlap between the parenting, kids and parenting, and education.
Yeah. Something I noticed in parenting as well, which I see a little bit over here, are a lot of like sensory experience kind of projects to do. So like the rain stick and things that kids can really get their hands into.
Grabbing through spider webs. It does seem a lot of these are more geared toward younger kids. You don't see a lot of like high school ideas, which is interesting. Sensory tabs here. And I just wonder if that's, young children, I guess, need more stimulation. So it makes sense that you would need to have a bunch of different activities.
Yep.
One thing, when I was clicking through on some of these, let me find the pin. If you notice, a lot of these are ideas for the classroom, but they're not necessarily products. And if you click through, so I'm going to click on this one. If you click through, this is a idea for a second week of grade school. So it's showing how the products can be used. But then if you scroll up here, the shop's here. And I think that's really important for TBTers because this pin looks a lot better and would do a lot better than, just grabbing a pin from here. You have more control over what's shown and how it's presented from your own blog that then links to your TPT store than you do just linking directly from your TPT store. And I think that's something that, oh no, we lost Alisa. But that is something that TPTers should be keeping in mind, as you can't just link directly from your store. You can, of course, and you could if you have the right aspect ratio and if it's visually appealing, but it's just so much easier to have control over what's presented when you create a blog post and can link from that. Okay, I'm going to see if Alisa is back. Don't think so. So I'm just going to move on here and hope she can come back and join us here in a second. So one other thing that I noticed within this board is the growth mindset. I'm not sure where it went, but that's a really interesting idea to me because it's something that we talk about as a tech company, as a tech startup. And it's good to instill the idea of having those goals and growing in kids young. So that could be something to latch on to going forward. And now I'm going to move on to our final category. I think Alisa might have just lost her internet. She is not on our chat system, so I will carry on. Our last one is holidays and events, and this is the board that I was saying kind of slaps you in the face when you open it up and scroll down to the July pin. So immediately you're seeing Halloween, you're seeing Christmas, you're seeing ideas for fall, for Halloween punch again. It's so holiday focused now. And before this month, we just really weren't seeing that. We were seeing more of this style, the actual focus on individual events rather than focused on holidays. And it's really interesting that now in August, people are finally starting to recognize that, oh, we have a lot of things coming up. And I think it's part of the back to school, getting back into the flow of the year type of thing. So you're able to come onto Pinterest and start collecting those ideas going forward, because you may not have as much time when school gets started, once you're driving around, doing different activities. All right. We have Alisa back. Yay.
I'm so sorry.
No problem.
I don't know what happened.
I just moved on without you.
I'm so glad.
We're on holidays and events now. And
this is the one you really wanted to do, so I guess I missed.
Yeah, I just think it's super interesting that there's so much holiday-specific ideas, so many holiday-specific ideas in here. And it's just all over the board with the different styles. Like here's a DIY game, but then over here we have a food and drink. There's home decor. This is just sort of a catch-all category that's really hyper-focused starting now. I think it's only going to continue in the months to come on these huge events that are coming up, like Halloween, like Christmas, like Thanksgiving.
Yeah, true. You know what else I noticed? I think it's down near the bottom. There were a couple of emoji pins. Oh, there's one. There's emoji popsicles, and then there's something else with emojis. And I thought, and that's going to be even bigger this year because of that emoji movie.
With the movie.
Right? Yeah, so that's what I think we're going to see.
In those, I feel like almost every single month there's a photo booth idea with the sticks. What are those called?
The props. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, those are really fun.
They're so popular, and they're really easy to make. I actually made some this past year for one of our Tailwind parties.
I know, it was so fun.
They're so easy.
Yeah.
I'm going to take them to I'm going to tomorrow. And anyway, those are great. I want to make them. They're on this board.
Yeah. You know, and something else, something that's trending right now are unicorn parties. And I want to have a unicorn party because they're so pretty, all the pastel colors and sparkles. There is one pin, at least on this board, that was like this one, maybe it was a food board, but it was like a unicorn poop thing.
Yeah.
You know the one I mean.
What I'm looking for right now. I know it's one of our past months.
Yeah.
Because unicorns are huge. That's right. Here's more emojis.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so emojis I think will be even bigger this month because of that silly movie that came out. Okay. But yeah, unicorn party.
This pin here.
Is that jalapeno mummies?
I think the exact pin that was on our food board.
Oh, really?
And we have, or at least very similar, and we have the same thing showing up on two boards, which shows the power of being able to use those keywords to get across multiple categories.
Yeah. They also look delicious.
Yeah, and then here we have Halloween makeup. There's another one that could be on the hair and beauty board, but it could potentially be on both.
Mm-hmm. And they did well with their caption, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's this board just, did it change this month? It's crazy.
Well, what was it last month? What was so different?
Last month it was a little bit more agnostic. We did see some Halloween stuff popping up, 4th of July.
Oh, yes.
But it was just more general themed party ideas, like a Wonder Woman birthday, pool party ideas, but it wasn't focused on a holiday.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I see what you mean.
Whereas August, it's just right there.
Yep. Even that carnival party games things.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
that's
Halloween.
Back to school.
Back to school.
Those were a lot of fun when I was a kid, and I don't know why we stopped doing them as an adult.
Yeah.
Continue.
Why should all kids have all the fun?
So to me, this says if you're not already ramping up for the holidays, at least within this month, then you better get on it ASAP because people are pinning.
Yeah.
They're doing lots and lots of planning for the future.
And isn't it interesting how a lot of those images are not like professional quality?
Mm-hmm.
Like the carnival party one, the farm birthday party ideas. Those are things that any of us could take.
And I think that's an important difference with this category because you are trying to do something achievable.
Yeah, so there's a good mix, right? So some of these things are like, that would be a Pinterest fail for me. but some of those are super easy. Yeah, like that one. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so this, you got to spend some money, but anyone could do it.
Yeah.
And that's definitely something to keep in mind. I just love cheese and fruit, so this one calls to me every time I look at it.
Yeah, it's definitely lunchtime.
Yeah, that too.
Oh, and Heidi's already pinning Halloween and Christmas, okay?
Yep. Good. Heidi's on it.
Yeah.
That's what you should be doing. And that's something that I've hypothesized in the past. We have a content calendar that for the entire year that we'll share in the comments. And it's good to see it actually coming to fruition now that you've got to be pinning those Christmas, Thanksgiving, all the holidays coming up. You got to start pinning them now so that they're in people's feeds and in the search when people start searching for them.
Yeah, it feels kind of wrong, but if you think about it, the grocery store started doing it several weeks ago. So, yeah, we need to do it even sooner.
Whenever Hobby Lobby starts putting out their Christmas stuff, that's when we start pinning.
Yeah. Okay, so I just put the Pinterest calendar link in the chat.
Great. Yeah. And this is our last board for you, so I wanted to end on one that was very trend heavy for you guys. And again, if you want to check out the rest of them, you can just even click through on this pin and you'll be taken to the blog post, and we're going to collect our ideas, the different things that we talked about today, and I will add those as trends underneath here. But from here, you can click through and discover all the rest of them.
Oh, yeah, and there's one trend that we didn't talk about, and that is painted rocks.
Painted rocks?
Yes. Yeah, I think both you and I are a little too young for the
pet rock
craze. I think that was in the 70s, but yeah, apparently it's making a comeback.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well,
so,
okay.
I mean, who couldn't go out and paint a rock and take a picture of it if it works in with your blog and your content strategy?
Take pictures while you're doing it, create a nice collage pin, throw it up on pin.
Yeah, step by step, how to make a ladybug rock. Sure.
Then you have a cute ladybug rock to put I don't know where.
Who doesn't need one of those?
Got papers that need to be held down? There you go.
Of course. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. And thank you, Alisa, for joining me to talk about Pinterest. It's always fun.
It is.
We'll be, I'm sure, hopping on to Facebook Live again here soon. So we will talk to you guys later.
Okay.
Bye.